Tonight, if you thought D&D 2024 blew it with poisons, take a look at this. My name's Paul Zajac.
I'm Julia.
Welcome to DnDSPN. This is the channel where we smash together Dungeons & Dragons and sports commentary.
Well, kind of. From our latest level 10 adventure, a ranger subclass from the Ghostfire Gaming setting of Grim Hollow comes with a bunch of different surprises. We're going to see two small clips here today from a couple of different turns. So let's go to the tapes.
Doesn't seem like it cares about the ichor that you have dipped your arrows in.
Knowing that, I am going to do another roll for an attack of that same thing, 19 to hit.
It does connect.
With 9 points of piercing.
Okay.
I'm going to expend a third level spell slot to remove the immunity to poison damage from a feature. Once per turn, whenever I deal poison damage to a creature with a weapon attack, I can expend a spell slot, no action required. The attack deals an extra 1d6 poison damage, gains the poison condition until the end of my turn, and also add a toxic effect. The toxic effect that I chose is called Supernatural, which is when you deal damage to a creature with a poisoned item, the creature loses immunity to the poison condition and has the poison condition for 1 minute. That is going to be nice. 11 points of piercing damage. I'm going to expend a level 1 spell slot to do stuff. As a toxic effect, I'm using Befuddled. While a creature has the poison condition from this toxin, it can't speak, read, or write, and it has disadvantage on saving throws made to maintain concentration on spells.
No save on his part, huh?
No save.
Oh, that's brutal.
All right, Julia, we saw this new type of poisoned ranger. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a really cool themed subclass, especially just getting out of the ranger's box of shoot things and talk with animals. I think it's really fun to have a new theming on it. I think it's also a really potent set of abilities you see there. I think it's interesting to compare it to other spell equivalents like the Paladin Smite, but not having a save on some of those attacks. Like that Befuddled one was, as the DM put it, brutal. So I think this is a really powerful, really interesting subclass that riffs on an area of Ranger that I don't think we've really seen explored as much.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's pretty awesome, especially since poison seems difficult to use in the 2024 rules, or just like there's a lot of monsters that have resistance or immunity, and this class finds a way around that, which I think is awesome. I think thematically it fits really well with Rangers, woodsy type of feel, but not just like cutesy, but like rugged and cool. I suppose my one concern about it is just it's another way in which a player can be awesome, and does that like take up time away from other players, because he's got an action, bonus action, reaction, but then on top of his action he's got the toxic effect, which does another thing, and it does it really powerfully, as you pointed out, that there are other classes that have automatic add-ons. Like the Paladin, and then Warlock with Eldritch Smite has a Smite, and the Smite gives a condition, but this one does another layer. So it's good news for Rangers, and I kind of think they needed it, and I think that there's a lot that develops further up with this class, and so it's not necessarily a class that you want to multi-class out of too, right? There's a lot going on. Not a whole lot bad to say about it. And if you're into that theme of Rangers, I think this is one that's well worth picking up.
Yeah, I agree. I think in like a fight, balancing the airtime of the different players would maybe be my biggest concern with this, especially if you're fighting, monsters that use poison a lot over the course of a campaign. It may get a little rote, but as a one-off encounter, I think it really lets the player shine in this scenario.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for this one. Thanks everybody for watching. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe. If you want to see the full video from which this clip was taken, you can check it on our second channel, DnDSPN 2, The Deuce. That's it. Thanks for watching.